Hey guys, welcome to this week. We are going to continue talking about expressions and we're going to practice evaluating them when we have a variable given to us. So if you haven't already, you're going to set up page 79 and 80. 80 is going to have this title, Evaluating Expressions and Equations, and 79 will have the title, Evaluating Expressions Practice. It's going to be evaluating both of them, but that's our practice page, okay? So we're going to start by defining what it means to evaluate an expression. So I'm going to just write that here. Evaluate an expression. So when I'm evaluating an expression, and I can already hear some kiddos, zoom in, zoom in. When I'm evaluating an expression, I'm going to substitute, there we go, make sure I got all the T's in there, a given number for the variable in the expression Okay, so evaluate an expression. I'm going to substitute a given number for the variable in the expression. I'm going to just add on this part because you're going to need it next year, but it's not going to really apply to what we're doing this year. So after you do that, then if there's order of operations, you're going to solve using the order of operations and simplify using order of operations. Okay, but again, we're not going to really be looking at that super closely this year. That is something for you guys in 7th grade. Okay, so let's do some practice problems. Okay, examples. So if I get an expression, I'm going to need to replace that variable with something because I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the sum, product, etc. is. So let's say I have this problem, a minus 2. Well, I don't have enough information here to solve for this yet, but let's say I'm given that this clue, a equals 7. Now I can replace a with 7, okay? Should have gone over this with a different color. So let's say that I had a equals 7. So now I'm going to plug 7 in where that a is. So it's going to turn into this problem. 7 minus 2. And that's going to equal, and I think you guys know what 7 minus 2 is, 5. Okay, let's try a different one. So that's a subtraction, what a subtraction problem would look like. Let's practice what an addition problem would look like. So if I had c plus 5, okay, I can't solve it because I don't have the sum right here, but somebody gives me the variable c equals 3. Now I can solve that problem over here. So I'm going to have 3, because that 3 is going to replace that c there, 3 plus 5 equals, and we're going to add that up in our head, so 3 plus 5 equals 8. Okay. Let's move on to practicing some addition and subtraction, or sorry, some multiplication and division ones, okay? Okay, so I'm going to start with a multiplication one. Now, just a reminder, if you see a variable bumped up next to a number, you're multiplying that variable. So if I know that z equals, in this case, z is going to equal 6, Oops, should have done that a color. If z equals 6, then I'm going to multiply 6 by 8. So I'm going to do that original. 8 times 6. And 8 times 6, the answer is going to be 48. Okay, so I'm just plugging in those variables. Whatever they say the variable is, I just plug that number into the problem. Okay, let's do one more. I'm going to do my division one. So I'm going to do 9 divided by b. And b is going to equal 3. Okay. So now I'm going to take my 9 and I'm going to divide it by b, which equals 3. So 9 divided by 3 equals 3. Okay, so that's how we do evaluating expressions. So you're going to take whatever the variable is. If it's an expression, there's no sum or anything over here. You're going to have the variable and what it equals. And when you get that, then you're going to just plug that into the problem, okay? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. If you need to pause what we just did, please do that and finish up the notes, okay? So now on this side of our paper, we're going to split up page 79, and I'm just going to split it in half so that way you can do some practice problems over here. And you're just going to split this top part in half. You're not going to do the bottom half yet, okay? So I'm just going to give you 4 practice problems to solve on your own. And tomorrow I will start by reviewing the answers to those, okay? Okay, so for our first one, let's do 3m, and m equals 5. For our second one, let's do 12 plus p. Oh, I'm not going to write that, and we'll say that p is equal to 11. Okay, let's do 21 divided by w, and we'll say that w is equal to 3. And I'll zoom in, sorry, probably can't see what I'm writing. And then our last one, we will do j minus 4, where j equals 8. Okay, so those are just some practice problems for you to get started, and we will answer those at the start of our video tomorrow. All right, if you have questions on any of this, please remember to reach out to me during my office hours and come back tomorrow for the rest of our lesson. All right, take care. Bye.